In the annals of corporate negligence, some cases stand as stark reminders of the devastating consequences of apathy. Michael Garcia's story is one such case. A routine delivery for the hardworking driver took a horrific turn, leaving him with life-altering injuries and sparking a legal battle that sent shockwaves through the corporate world. This wasn't just a spilled coffee. It was a breach of trust, a blatant disregard for safety, culminating in a landmark $50 million verdict against coffee giant Starbucks. Garcia's life changed forever in the blink of an eye. One minute he was going about his day. The next, he was engulfed in searing pain. The culprit? A faulty lid on a piping hot Starbucks beverage. The jury's message was clear. Starbucks failed in that duty, and Michael Garcia would have his day in court. This case transcended the individual. It became a symbol of the fight against corporate carelessness. On March 17, 2025, a Los Angeles County jury made a landmark decision, ordering Starbucks to pay $50 million to Michael Garcia, a delivery driver who suffered severe burns in a drive-thru accident. This case raises significant legal questions about corporate responsibility, negligence, and consumer safety. The story begins on February 8, 2020, when Garcia, a Postmates delivery driver, picked up an order at Starbucks. What happened next would lead to a legal battle that would capture national attention. As Garcia received the drinks from the Starbucks drive-thru, the cup caddy was not properly secured. This led to a spill that caused severe burns to Garcia's body, burns so severe that they permanently damaged his genitals. The jury found Starbucks fully responsible for the accident, ruling unanimously that Garcia bore no fault for the incident. This decision was pivotal, as it impacted the substantial damages awarded to Garcia. Under California law, there are 4 key elements to a negligence claim: duty of care, breach of duty, causation, and damages. Let's break down each of these and see how they applied in this case. Duty of care. Businesses are obligated to ensure their customers' safety, especially when handling potentially hazardous items like hot beverages. In this case, Starbucks failed to meet this duty by not securing the cup caddy properly. Breach of duty. The unsecured caddy directly caused the spill, which led to Garcia's injuries. Starbucks' employees were responsible for ensuring the safe transport of the drinks, yet they failed to do so. Causation. The jury found that the failure to secure the cup caddy was the direct cause of the spill. This was crucial in establishing that Starbucks was liable for Garcia's burns. Damages. The severity of Garcia's injuries was undeniable. The burns were so severe that they required extensive medical treatment, including skin grafts, and resulted in permanent disfigurement. These damages were a significant factor in the jury's decision to award $50 million. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence in the case was the surveillance footage. The video showed that just 1.4 seconds after Garcia received the tray, the spill occurred. This suggested that the cup caddy was inadequately handled from the start. Expert testimony played a pivotal role in illustrating the long-term impact of Garcia's injuries. The burns weren't just physical, they were emotionally and psychologically devastating. Garcia's permanent disfigurement, particularly in such a sensitive area, added to the gravity of the damages. On the defense side, Starbucks argued that Garcia's pre-existing condition, diabetes, contributed to his medical complications. They suggested that the extent of Garcia's ongoing issues wasn't solely linked to the burns. Additionally, Starbucks claimed that Garcia's medical treatment had concluded just months after the incident, casting doubt on the severity of his long-term injuries. Despite these arguments, the jury sided with Garcia, awarding him a sum that fell between the damage assessments provided by both sides. This ruling, though significant, is not the end of the story. Starbucks has announced its intention to appeal the verdict, arguing that the damages awarded are excessive. In the coming months, the case will likely undergo further legal scrutiny, as an appellate court reviews whether the amount is proportionate to the harm caused. This case brings to mind the famous 1994 Liebeck versus McDonald's lawsuit, where a woman was awarded $286 million after being burned by excessively hot coffee. While that case was ultimately reduced, it highlighted how businesses can be held accountable for serving dangerous products without proper safety measures. Garcia's case, similarly, stresses the importance of proper handling protocols and employee training to prevent foreseeable accidents. The outcome of this case could have far-reaching implications for the food and beverage industry, particularly regarding hot beverage handling and consumer safety. The ruling reinforces that companies have a duty to implement rigorous safety measures, ensuring the well-being of their customers at all times. Following the verdict, Starbucks expressed sympathy for Garcia, but they vehemently disagreed with the jury's decision. A spokesperson for the company stated, "We sympathize with Mr. Garcia, but we disagree with the jury's decision that we were at fault for this incident and believe the damages awarded to be excessive. We plan to appeal. We have always been committed to the highest safety standards in our stores, including the handling of hot drinks." As this case progresses through the appeals process, it will be crucial to see how appellate courts handle the issue of proportionality and corporate responsibility. It may set a new precedent for how businesses are held accountable in cases involving negligence, particularly when consumer safety is at stake. The $50 million verdict against Starbucks serves as a wake-up call for businesses to take their duty of care seriously. Companies must prioritize consumer safety, particularly when handling products that can cause serious harm, like hot beverages. This case will undoubtedly be remembered as a pivotal moment in tort law, corporate liability, and consumer protection. If you found this case fascinating and want to stay updated on more important legal stories, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth analysis of groundbreaking legal cases. Stay tuned as we continue to explore the world of corporate responsibility and consumer rights. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.